If you just joined me, you see I'm still working out the details. And today we are talking about the fact that change is scary. It's time to face the fear, you guys. So many of us do not take the time to face our fears. And I saw this and I had to share it today. Fear has two meanings. It says, forget everything and run, face everything and rise. The reality is, it's your choice. Today, I'm facing one of my fears, the fear of change. Many of you that have been following me on Instagram know that I've been threatening to move my daily talks, which are extended talks, to YouTube for some time. But for a while, I stayed in my comfort zone of staying over there on Instagram. But the truth is, I want to develop my YouTube channel. Now, for this particular broadcast, I am broadcasting live right now on on YouTube and LinkedIn, because I want to get the word out that I will be doing the daily business of doing business talks on my YouTube channel. For the past, what is it? We're in the ninth month now. For the past 9 months, Monday through Friday, I have been going live talking about the business of doing business on Instagram. And I've had a great time there. But when I asked people to let me help you close the gap between their desires and their reality, the feedback I received was, Brenda, you should be over there doing this on your YouTube channel because it's so long and that would help grow your channel. They also gave me tips on what they wanted me to start teaching more of, what they wanted to see more of. So I'm taking all of that feedback and I'm going to begin to do my daily lives at 9 a.m. on YouTube instead of Instagram. And I'm going to use Instagram to be more instant and do my 1-minute reels there. I'm excited and scared about this change because that's my comfort zone. I literally take my phone, put it over here in the holder, and boop, bam, I'm done. I also chose lives because I don't have to do any editing. Once it's done, and I can just leave it there. And I will say that even when I made mistakes, I didn't take them down. So if you want to see some funny stuff, go over to my Instagram and watch some of the reels. Maybe scroll back to the very beginning and you can see my evolution as I grew and got better at what I do. Each day, it's my true desire to come on here and offer some information of value that will help you take your business to the next level. And why do I do that? Because I have a dream to empower entrepreneurs to achieve breakthrough results while unlocking their full potential for increased revenue and time freedom through a holistic mind, body, and soul strategies. Now, that might be a mouthful for some of y'all. The bottom line is, I want to help entrepreneurs go from surviving to thriving, doing business that they love, and teach them how to do it their way. It's time out for all this cookie cutter way of doing everything. I would be lying if I told you there was a perfect way to do anything. And those people that are telling you that, they're lying too. Here's the thing. Over time, what I have learned is that each of us have our own unique gifts and abilities. And so often we're afraid to actually tap into those unique gifts and abilities because we're trying to do somebody else's 5 steps to this and 6 steps to the other. Do I offer steps to doing things? Absolutely. Why do I do that? It's because I want you to give you a roadmap or blueprint, so to speak, of how to get things accomplished. But here's the thing. You have the choice to adjust those steps, to use those steps or not use those steps based on what works best for you. The biggest mistake I see most entrepreneurs make is trying to be a carbon copy of somebody else. Baby, we are all designer originals. And if you can begin to embrace your own authenticity, your own unique powers, what's your superpower? Tell me in the comments because I would love to know. My superpower is I see things other people often miss, and I'm able to help people close the gap between their desires and their reality if they choose to. See, sometimes I work with people that say, Brenda, I want to be a 6-figure coach. I work with others that say, Brenda, I just want to make $200 extra a month so that I can supplement my income. wherever you fall on that scale. Or there's some that are starting their business. There are some that are in the ideation phase. There are some that are seasoned business owners. The key is you don't know what you don't know. And oftentimes, having someone else like me to coach you through what you're trying to do can be the difference between you making more money or just sitting where you are. See, change is important, and sometimes the fear of us can have us sitting in stagnation, and stagnation is the death of your dreams. With that said, I'd like to talk to you about some of the things I did to help conquer my fear of changing from Instagram, where I'm extremely comfortable, to moving over here to starting doing this on YouTube. One of the things that I just realized as I was sitting here having this talk with you guys is that it does open up some possibilities for some more detailed trainings by doing it live on YouTube, because I can do the slides and stuff. And I believe I can do that on Instagram through StreamYard or one of them. But it also is going to give me an opportunity to have things last a little longer. Anyway, here we go. The first thing I had to do was acknowledge my fear. I didn't try to bury the fact that I was afraid of the switch because I hit my comfort zone and there's people over there watching. The fear that would people come to YouTube daily to see what I had to say. The truth is, most of the people on Instagram would simply watch me on the replay. So now this gives a broader audience an opportunity to watch me on replay. I had to embrace and accept all the anxieties that came along with the change. And then I began to clarify the process of what is it going to take for me to do. You see, giving information is giving information. I can do it on YouTube. I can do it on TikTok, Instagram. The reality is I can do it anywhere I choose. And I'm going to choose to do it on YouTube in the future. The other thing is, number two, is I began to visualize my success. What would it look like if I began to do the same thing I was doing on Instagram here on YouTube? It would pretty much look the same, except I have a little bit more bells and whistles to really get the points that I want to share with you guys across. The third thing is I realized I simply have to take baby steps. Like today, I really was so afraid of making this switch over that I didn't really prepare. And at the last minute, I just started putting some things together. And I think at the beginning, when you came on, you saw me looking around because I was even forgot we're about to go live. Who knew? Anyway, taking baby steps to make sure that I'm prepared to do this is what I am going to be intentional about. Realizing Rome was not built in a day. So I don't have to make this perfect or do it. Anyway, if you know me, you know I'm not about perfection anymore. I've let go that perfectionist attitude and simply say, enjoy. Yeah, so many times I watch entrepreneurs that have to have every hair in place, their faces beat to the gods, all the stuff that everyone else says you have to do. But what if you just simply showed up and had a little fun while you provided the information you said you wanted to give everybody? So moving forward, I'm going to do this day by day. I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to have some fun. And I hope you'll be here to join me in all of it. The other thing is, number 4 is I'm going to celebrate the small wins. It's a win that I'm actually here today. I actually tried to talk myself out of this morning with my fabulous friend, Lisa DeShoram, the 15 minutes results coach. I said to Lisa, maybe I can just start on Wednesday. And we talked it through, because on Friday, I told everybody on Instagram, meet me here today, because I was moving. I did that because I knew I needed to put some fire under my behind to get this done, because I was not really trying to make that move out of pure deep fear. My mother used to tell me that fear was simply future events already ruined. See, I had already ruined what it was going to be like if it wasn't perfect, if it wasn't this. And realizing that I have let go the inner perfectionist, all I had to do was do what I said I was going to do, show up. So here I am. I showed up. The 5th thing that I did to help conquer this fear and get past the scary part is I surrounded myself with support. My kiddo, Alex, is in there in the other room cheering me on. Go ahead, Mom, you can do it. They even called out and said, Mom, you're not live yet? No, I was late today because my plan is every morning to go be live by 9 a.m. I want to have a consistent time so that people that do want to come live will know what time is good to come here and show up. Now, I may not always hit the 9 a.m. dot. And today, I think I started at 9:15. But in any event, I started. I showed up, and I'm going to celebrate that win today. That in spite of the fear, I showed up. The sixth thing that I had to do to embrace this scary thing called fear, scary thing called change, is embrace the unknown. I didn't know what was going to happen, how I was going to feel, how I was going to pull this off today, and what would I really talk about. Because for the first time, the fear of having just a simple change in platform all of a sudden had me going blank in the brain. When I tell you I was drawing a blank, and my friend Lisa and my kiddo just said, Mom, just go out there and do what you normally do. Give them your steps, be yourself, and have fun. And that's what I'm doing. And then number 7, just do it. I got to get my Nike on. Free advertising. It's not a paid. But whenever I think of just do it, I don't know about you, I always think of Nike. Sometimes the best way to overcome a fear is just do the thing that you're most afraid of. And then you'll discover there was nothing you had to fear in the first place. I was so caught up in this and allowed myself to get so crazy over switching from there to here that I almost didn't come on today. And I was going to put it off another day, as if one more day would have made that big of a difference. In any event, I want to thank you all for indulging me for my first day here on YouTube as I talk about change is scary. It is. And the reality is there are going to be things that scare you as an entrepreneur every day of your entrepreneurial journey. The key is to think of these 7 tips that I shared with you today. Number 1, acknowledge the fear. You got to face it. Number 2, visualize your success. You got to see yourself already where you want to be. Number 3, take baby steps. You don't have to do it all at once, baby. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Number 4, celebrate your small wins. I showed up. Whoop, whoop. Here I am, y'all. Number 5, surround yourself with a support system that lights you up. Now, I'm not talking about yes men and women. I'm talking about those people that support you at being the best version of yourself, but will also tell you your poop stink when they need to. Number 6, embrace the unknown. You won't always know everything, but the key is to be available to enjoy the adventure. And then number 7, just do it. Jump out there and do the thing that you fear the most and realize that you had nothing to fear at all. Well, as always, I'd like to remind those of you that's listening to advocate for your mental well-being. If you or a loved one have thoughts of harming themselves or others, please, please, please call the call the National Crisis Hotline. Dial 988, Veterans Press 1. There is somebody there 24 hours a day waiting to support you. 5 years ago, I made the call and I am still here and I'm excited about that. I'm still working out the details about how this is all going to look. And I'm looking forward to any of you that has feedback or wants to share with me your thoughts on what you'd like to see me teaching about, what guests you'd like to have me on. Talk to me when I have invited guests. I'm here for the information because I want to provide content that supports you doing the business of doing business that will help you thrive and not just survive, that will help you close the gap between your desires and your reality. You guys have a fabulous day. I have faced my fear. I have conquered my fear. I have showed up. And I'm going to continue to just do this Monday through Friday here on YouTube. LinkedIn, this was just so to get the word out, but I'm going to be exclusively on YouTube giving these business tips because I think it's something that will help me grow and help you grow as well. Remember, the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely and choose to join me Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. here on YouTube. Be blessed.